Matt, when you make a journey as long as we have this weekend, it's always nice to take something back with you. Are you pleased with that point?
Yes and no. I'm sure their manager's feeling the same. I think we've seen today why their home form's been so strong and what an impressive team they were today. I just didn't feel like we were quite at our best often enough today. We had moments and we created some really good chances and scored a really good goal in that first half period towards half time, but never really got hold of the strangle that was the game in the second half, and it was fleeting moments if that in the second period. But we defended our box well, defended our goal really well. They put a lot of balls in and around the dangerous areas and we got there first more often than not. So pleasing aspects, but I've just said to them I think we can be a little bit brave at times in all aspects in terms of our field position but also on the ball, and a little bit better as well.
You can see why their home form has been as it is, backed by an intense crowd today. Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's what you want. You know, this town, this community's probably been through a lot the last 18 months or so, and they've got something to hold on to in terms of the football club. We want to do exactly the same, and we feel we're doing the same at Exeter. So I'm really pleased in relation to what they're doing as a really strong story in relation to the league and obviously coming out of the National League as well. But I want to win games of football, and I wanted 3 points today. And the lads, you know, it probably shows where we are at the moment because they're sat in there a little bit disappointed.
You mentioned their fans, should really mention ours. 187, fantastic turnout.
Yeah, look, everyone knows how far it is. It took us, what time did we set off? We set off at 8, did a little bit of training at Sheffield Wednesday, and then got here at 6:30 last night and still had an hour to travel today. So it must have been the same for you, it must have been the same for our fans, and we just wanted to repay them with 3 points. But they've seen a committed display. They've not seen a perfect display by any means. We didn't quite do enough to win that game of football, but hopefully they'll go home in good enough spirits. I'm looking forward to what's next.
Seemed to me the first half seemed to play out a little bit like the Sutton game, where we perhaps didn't start the better, but we ended the half brightly, and a superb goal, a really
fantastic goal. Fantastic goal. But we didn't get enough of that ball, if that makes sense, in around the final third, and enough of our attacking players. Look, they really swarmed the ball and put bodies close to the ball to start with, and we couldn't quite handle that pressure. It didn't materialise in terms of chances for the opposition, but it did in terms of the scoreline with that one goal. But we kept it at 1, and then we just grew into the game as the first half went on. Second half it probably petered out to a certain extent, and then you're looking at changes and you're looking at making a few extra risks, but it would only take one moment of quality, and neither team really had that in the second half.
And it's great to see, you know, another goal for Sam, who's found his shooting boots well with head today. But
yeah, I mean, it was a good goal. It was a really good goal. I really liked watching that build up and that finish. We just wanted more of that for whatever reason, and you've got to give the opposition credit. That didn't quite happen, but like I say, second half I'm stood on this right hand side looking across the pitch. I just felt the team got a little bit deep at times. We knew it was pretty direct and coming down our throats, but you can't stand there waiting. You've got to drop on the service and drop on the delivery, and it just meant we were probably too far away from our attacking players, and we couldn't get our legs up the pitch, if that makes sense. We've got great legs in terms of Jake Caprice and Josh Key, and Awarraway comes on, and Giovanni and Sam, but we couldn't quite get their legs going in that second half.
I imagine you're really pleased with how Jake Caprice has started this season. Another assist today as well.
And when he cut in, you know, he had a few moments in that second half, but when he cut in on his right foot, you're just thinking, is he going to hit the back of the net? It didn't look too far away, but that'll come in time. And like I say, when we went to a back four, we had Awarraway's legs, but they must have watched last weekend's game because they got tight to him straight away. And if they get tight to him, then he's got to work the space in behind. So we're still figuring out certain aspects of our game. But you know, you put it into context of the way we started the season and our form away from home. We hope it will be a good point, but it means you've got to win your home games then.
It's not the 3 points that we wanted, of course, but it's another game unbeaten and only one goal conceded in the whole of September. You must be pleased with this month.
Yeah. Look, I've said time and time again, I've been pleased with the commitment and the effort from the lads. We can speak about the goalkeeper, we can speak about the back three or back line or whatever defensive units out there, but it's always a collective. But as much as we kept it to 1 today, I still wanted them to be a bit higher on the pitch and a bit braver and leave a little bit of space in behind to defend that space. Like I said, we just got a little bit disconnected, and it's an awfully wide pitch here at Hartlepool, and it felt like a big pitch at times, and we couldn't quite cover the areas. But you know, with no disrespect to Hartlepool, they didn't hurt us often enough. It's not been a game where Cam's made save after save after save. There's been moments for both teams, but not enough.
So I believe the lads have got Monday off, and are you treating them on the way home to anything nice?
Well, it's never me who treats them. It's S&C coach, so don't try and get me in trouble in terms of the food. But as far as I know, there's a McDonald's nearby. I think the best thing is about this journey home, at least we can watch a bit of the golf, and there might be some boxing on later on as well, because let's be honest, we're going to be getting home at 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, and then I'm sure our fans are the same. So I'm sure if we see them at the service station, we'll buy them a coffee, because you know they were outstanding, and both sets of fans were outstanding today. They were almost singing with each other at one stage. But like I say, you want to be involved in these types of games, and the credit we deserve is because we're the first team not to get beaten here, first team to pick up a point here, but we still want more.
Great stuff, Matt, thank you.